I have been planning to come out here and just sort of get my head right. I love to get lost in the task. And so I enjoy a walk that's for an hour, but I love a walk that's for 4 hours. And so I'm out here to do Pepper Creek Trail. I'm going to put in about 12 miles. And part of what I like to do to sort of get my thoughts clear is I speak out loud. I'm like talking full conversation. And I got a huge gift today because there's a massive storm coming in. And so this parking lot is just dead empty around me. I'm going to be the only one on the trail. It's like God has just put in a reservation for like a private walking path right through Temple, Texas. And this is going to be a really good day. And I'm stoked to report what I learned. As I'm out here walking in the storm, my first revelation is that I was trying to take a look at why it feels so empowering to be out here. And I was noticing that when we have people in our lives, a spouse, kids, even dogs, that I spend a lot of my energy considering their experience. Like I don't only look at my experience, I'm also considering their experience. And so every decision that I make, every what are we going to do today, every plan that's made, every decision about the future, every allocation of money, every time we decide what food we're going to have, I'm always taking into account other people's experiences and how just empowering it is to come out here. I mean, the storm like blew through. I was in hail, I was in thunder and lightning. And it was cold for a minute, and I started to second guess, like, should I be out here? And I could almost hear the chatter of people like, hey, that's dangerous. You shouldn't be out there. Don't go. You're not allowed to go. But I get to be out here. No one can tell me that. I get to do whatever I want. And there's a very empowering piece of that. I'm actually in a super unique situation right now where my daughter's with her mom. Maverick's in daycare, Whit's in Colorado, and the dogs are staying with their grandparents right now. So even back at my house, I have no one. If I went back there, I would just be dead alone. And so my choice is to be out here, and I'm only have to consider my choice. And this is what's awesome about it, is that even though it's cold, hailing, thunder, lightning, there's a little bit of fear. There's a little bit of second guessing. Should I be out here? I get to choose to like it. And it's so awesome that I get to walk out here just in I think this stopped recording. It's getting wet with all the rain coming down. I get to walk out here in gratitude, and I get to choose to like it. And people can say, oh, you're faking it, or they can say, no one would like that, or that's not fun out there, or you're just being silly. But I get to do what I want. They don't get to say. I actually get to like this. But here's what I want to bring it back around to the beginning. Then I get to take a look at Whit and the dogs and Paige and Maverick. And I get to say, yes, I can do anything I want. I can like anything I want. I can choose to experience this life any way I want. The only person's experience that I'm responsible for is my own. That's it. And I choose then to take into account Whit's experience, to take into account Paige and Maverick's experience, the dog's experience, because I like it. I like to be connected. I get to choose to take into account these other people's experience. But if I'm not careful, I find that I start getting tired. I start kind of looking forward to these times when I get to just do what I want to do, and no one's going to tell me what to do. And that's fine. Because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that. It might actually be an important part of the process to come have that reminder. But the pinnacle, so that might be on the way to the summit. But the summit is remembering that I can do whatever I want. I do whatever I want. And what I choose is to love the people around me. And man, it really just reframes everything. And I can show up as a husband and father and pet owner, empowered. And man, I'm so grateful that I walked through that storm, even just for this revelation in this moment. So good start to the day. I'm feeling okay. I'm not freezing or anything yet. And so my plan is to keep going, and we'll see what happens next. I wanted some things to declare out loud as I was walking. I was just declaring that I'm a loved child of God who walks in favor. And it got my mind thinking to then, why doesn't everything go my way? Does God not want the same things I want? Can I trust that he's aligned with my earthly ambitions? You hear people say all the time, ask God what his plans are. Don't just ask him to bless your plans. And this is what's coming to me right now. There's actually two sets of plans. There's my plan for me, and I actually do ask God to bless those plans. That's a way that God has allowed me to partner with him. He's given me some earthly desires, and know that he's a good God. I trust that God's a good God. So when his plan for my development doesn't take the same path as my plan for my ambition, it's not that he's against my ambition. It's not that he's against me. It's that he's a good God who's prioritizing my development, because the same reason I have favor for being his son, I surrender because he's my dad. And man, it's a really nice clarity just to know that there are two paths that I'm pursuing, that I'm being asked to partner with God on one of them, and I'm inviting God to partner with me on the other. Really nice, clean way to think of this that I'm enjoying this morning. Curious if that stirs up anything for you. It is so cold. But I made it all the way to Adams. And now I've got about 1 mile to get to the car. Holy cow. I just had to walk backwards for a minute. Woo! Get my face out of this. Out of the rain and wind. It's so cold. Oh man. Having a good time though. Have no idea what's gonna happen with these videos, but hopefully they make someone laugh or something.